So for me, to give context of how I got here, I lost my mom when I was very young from
Right.
cancer, and so I've had experiences with therapists since I was a very young boy, and off and
Wow.
on. And of course, when I was younger, I didn't, I couldn't fully appreciate it because I didn't really understand what was happening. I just knew
Yeah.
that, this person's no longer here. But I always kind of noticed how, and again, these usually were women, but
Mhm.
how warm they were and considerate and compassionate and trying to check on me. And especially for me, the way I grew up, my father wasn't providing that. He was the disciplinarian, the structured person,
Mhm.
organize all of that kind of stuff, teaching you to be more independent, not so much about expressing or sharing. And
Right.
so having women like that around and therapists like that really helped me to learn to somewhat value that. Again, very young, so I couldn't fully appreciate it because I wasn't getting it enough. But I
Right.
just always remembered that that was things that they were trying to encourage me to do. And
Gotcha.
so that was like my first taste of that, if you will. And then as I got older, I recognized that I always liked listening to people. I like talking, but I
Mhm.
always liked listening to people
Mhm.
when they would talk about things that they were kind of struggling on and just trying
Mhm.
to support them. I didn't know how, but a lot of
Yeah.
times it was just trying to sitting and listening. And that always persisted. Like the older I got, the more I kept doing it. And of course, I forgot what that profession was called. I forgot the whole discipline. Like I had no reference point.
Right.
I just remember, hey, these people were there, and I've gone to them even as I got older when I was in college and undergrad. But it didn't click to me until I was like literally a year into finishing undergrad, and I didn't go psychology. I was like a criminal justice anthropology major.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's a little different, but it was always coming through the lens of caring about people and wanting to see them improve themselves, not just being overly
Mm.
punitive and overly critical and kind of like ostracize individuals from community. We need them. We
Mm.
need to help them to reintegrate back into society.
Right.
And so, thankfully, I had an advisor who helped challenge me and remind me at UCF that there was a program that they had that was highly ranked, and to go talk to somebody.
Mm.
And after I had a conversation there, that's really what kind of put me on that path because I was like, oh, I forgot that like these were things, like these were people that do this type of work. And then it hit me. And then talking to them, I was like, because I thought I was going to be a doctor long ago. I thought I was going to be a pharmacist. Well, right before that was being a lawyer, and I was very close.
Oh wow.
But something like really resonated with me was like being with people in their times of need and when they're struggling and when they really need somebody to be in their corner. And that's really what helped encourage me because I in my mind I went back to when I was a kid, and those people were trying to be there for me when I really didn't know what was going on. And I was like, if I can offer some fraction of that to these people, I think that that would be a great use of my life or a great purpose that I can maybe fulfill for somebody. And I find that a lot of people might go down that road as well, where maybe they've had to, again, overcome some type of hardship.
Mhm.
And that's motivated them to say, if I can make it easier on you or give you some insight that maybe it's a little less challenging for you, then I'd
Mhm.
love to be there and give you that. And
Mhm.
so, but regardless, everybody doesn't have to go through that. My point is, that's kind of how I got into the field. But
Yeah.
the fact that we're here is, to
Mhm.
me, there's so much opportunity in terms of how much we can impact others in
Yeah.
healthier ways, right? And then we draw on our experience, both lived and practical, that we've worked with clients
Yeah.
to allow them to grow and benefit from that experience.